Matt Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, American. It's Friday.
Great to have you with us. Thanks for being here. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Heading into Labor Day weekend here. Already. Can you believe it? College football starts this weekend. Tell me that's not awesome.
Monday night BYU, right?
Monday night BYU Navy.
Mm-hmm. Big Ten's going to vote today to start October 10th, we believe.
That's phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Okay, because that was it. It was final. Kevin Warner, is it?
Kevin F. Warren.
Kevin Warren, the commissioner of the Big Ten, said, we voted and that's final.
Yep.
We're not going to revisit it. Well, they're revisiting it.
Yes, they are. And it's funny how they're revisiting it. I noticed that earlier this week or the end of last week, within the recent last few days, they discussed how much money the universities were losing without college football. I mean, hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And then
hundreds of millions.
We should probably vote again.
Let's keep voting until
it's
we get
coincidence.
it right. Yeah. So they're going to play apparently at the same time, pretty much, that everybody else does.
Yeah, they were told.
It looks like
the latest you can start and still be a part of the national championship playoff conversation is October 10th.
Okay.
We'll see how long.
So who's going to play BYU in the college football playoff? Who's going to play him? That's what I want to know. Troy. No, they'll have already eliminated Troy during the regular season.
It's going to be a rematch. It's a rematch.
That hotly contested BYU Troy series. What a weird year. What a weird year.
I for sure didn't think they were going to play, but
looks like they're going to make it now.
We'll see how long it lasts.
Yes. I mean, if you start mingling with the other teams and somebody has it and they pass it to everybody, I could see the season shutting down pretty quickly.
I could too.
I just hope it doesn't happen. And you didn't think the season was going to happen.
I know, and I still.
So it's happening.
Question.
No, it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. It's happening. There's no stopping it now. The momentum is just.
I don't know.
It's too powerful.
I mean, one guy coughs, man. You go to that BYU game on Monday night.
Yeah, nobody gets to go. Nobody gets to go to the BYU game.
Yeah, yesterday
no fans
afternoon,
in the stands.
It came out that this doctor had said that a third of Big Ten athletes.
Yeah. Oh, this is crazy.
Had this heart condition associated with COVID. And we got to shut it down,
Yeah, we don't even care about the players. It's only about the game. It's like they don't even care.
1/3 of Big Ten athletes
have this heart condition.
Had the heart condition.
Resulting from being infected with COVID.
Come on.
Yeah, and then he later said, oops. Oh, my bad. No, I'm sorry. I had that wrong.
Your bad what?
Yeah, it was.
And that's not even, it wasn't, and really it sounds worse than it is to begin with, even if that was right? Because it's a third of the players who had COVID.
Yeah.
Right, it's not even a third of the players.
But it wasn't even that. They had the number
completely
wrong. And I love the thought this morning I saw on Twitter. It was like, hey, when's Jack going to make them take this report down since it's obviously not real? He's even admitted it. The doctor has said, I had my numbers wrong.
Jeez.
My bad.
Well, yeah, he got it hearsay from somebody, right?
Yeah.
Didn't somebody just say it to him? And he's like, okay, I'm going to go repeat that to the world.
And it was an unpublished study. And he mentioned that while talking to Penn State. And then yesterday afternoon, it just caught fire, but that was quickly shut down by himself.
Unbelievable. That's unbelievable. And yet, so believable at the same time in the year 2020. Wow. What was Is it Zager and Evans in the year 25? Is 2020 one of the years he covers?
It might be.
I think so. We'll have to look into that.
It might be.
I'm looking right now.
In the year
25. That's so funny you said that because
man is still alive.
That's the first year.
What's the first year?
25.
There's no mention of. There's no mention of 2020?
2020, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's because we're not around in
I think in the unpublished verse 3 that never makes it to the album.
B-side?
Yeah.
All right, we got some tweets to share with you to kind of clean up here. Atticus, we were talking yesterday about the flying car. And that's going to be really prevalent in the year 2040. So
I'm sorry. Really that's not, by the way, that's not a flying car. Did you see the Toyota test? With what they're calling as a flying car?
I did not.
It is. It's like a helicopter. It's a little helicopter
stop
drone.
it with that.
It's not.
It's gotta
not
be a
wi-
car
it
that
is
flies.
not a car.
I'm so tired
It's
of
got
that.
like 8 rotors
No.
that keeps it balanced, and it was one guy sitting in it, and they're saying that maybe the 2-seater comes. It's not a car.
No, okay.
It's not
is it a
car.
helicopter
I
that
mean,
drives?
Toyota Skybird or whatever the heck it's called. They're all proud and happy of this test, and I'm like,
That's not a car.
It's not a car.
No.
So it's a helicopter that drives.
Yeah, it's like it's a drone that a guy's sitting in. Okay, thank you.
Can you drive it down the street?
No.
Okay, that's not a car. That's not a flying car.
They're talking about how that will change transportation, in the urban areas. Yeah, so was the Segway.
Yeah,
and
right.
that didn't work either.
Right. Okay, I'm going to put down some rules now for these
I
people.
know.
gotta-
know.
It's got to be street legal. You must be able to drive it on the
Right.
road. Okay? And then
right.
wings pop out and then it flies.
Right. And this
Okay.
is not this.
Oh yeah, look at that. This
That's
is stupid.
that's an aircraft there. That's what that is.
It's kind of cool that it takes off vertically though. It just takes off and goes.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
The
look at all
military's been doing that for quite some time now.
Yeah, it's called a Harrier jet. But this thing, that's not a car.
It's not a car.
You're right. It's a helicopter. That's a helicopter.
I'm sorry, it's not a car.
There's no wheels or anything.
We've already got helicopters.
Thank you.
They're called
Helicopters.
Okay.
Thank
Okay,
you.
get that thing out of my face.
That's what I'm saying.
that is just a human-sized drone.
Yeah,
That's all
I'm
that
not going
was.
to talk about it again until they have a driving car that flies.
I know.
It's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. You know what? It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, right. I don't think it is.
We were promised that in Back to the Future,
And even if it does.
and it's not going to happen.
And even if it does, there's no way they allow you to fly in urban areas with that. They just won't. There's no way. They're not going to. We've got drones flying around. We got
True.
airports and
Drones,
airplanes flying. We got everybody-
airplanes,
rocket-
helicopters.
Rocket pack guys.
The
in
jetpack
LA.
guy in LA
Jetpack.
flying up with the planes. I mean, the first jetpack that goes through one of those engines and
Oh
crashes
my
a plane,
gosh.
man, it's going to be the end of time. But there's no way they allow flying cars in this. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, if you didn't hear about it, there was a guy in a jetpack at 3,000 feet,
zipping around the airport.
flying next to planes.
I
Like
wanna hear
several pilots saw him.
I want to hear the radio communications because the pilot said, "We just had
A guy in a jetpack.
Oh yeah, this is JetBlue. We saw it too. It's on here about just off to our left, about 300 feet.
Pretty amazing.
I know,
Somebody had some serious giblets there.
no doubt.
When you're flying in the path of planes and at 3,000 feet in a jetpack, you got to have some pretty good confidence or a death wish.
Right.
One of the two.
Be Iron Man there.
Anyway, we were talking about this yesterday. Atticus tweets, a flying car. Keith, you'll finally be able to find Pat's house.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
It's a
I don't need
it's a
roads.
no-fly zone.
There's a no-fly zone between my house and yours. I just found that out from the FAA.
Did you?
Yeah, it's weird.
I think somebody else found that out too.
From Chicken Too Tasty. Just a reminder, Pat, if we get flying cars, Keith might be able to see everybody's saying the same thing.
But what's the reply there?
And here's the reply from Pat Riot, or Patriot,
Quack, quack.
if you were to put it together. There's no flight path from Keith's
Thank
house.
Look at
to
that.
Pat.
See,
Thank
you
you.
guys have read the same news.
Yes, indeed.
Heard about it on the news.
Indeed.
That's
And that's it. That's crazy. That's it. However that went.
It's Linda Hopkins, man. Don't be messing with Linda.
No,
man.
I don't mess. No, I don't mess. All right. Let's see. Also from Andrea Rose Brunetto. America is great because when the entire world tried to bully them into using the metric system, they said sure and proceeded to only use it for bullets.
That is awesome. That's so good.
It is true too.
It's
That's
so
pretty
good.
much true. It's about the only place we use the metric system. I guess we did adopt the 2-liter bottle. So
Yeah.
we have that too. We have that
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
Bullets in the 2-liter bottle. But we held out pretty firm.
Yeah.
From Peculiar Baptist, John Kerry's favorite game went on sale.
Yeah.
And it's called Chasm.
Look at that.
And it said,
Nice.
there's a chasm between us. I shouted out across that chasm. I said, I'm Israel.
Again.
That's what I said.
I don't know that he did.
I meant it.
It's awesome.
I love that every word practically in the English language has been ruined by Pat now. Because you can't just experience life outside of the show and not hear him in your head.
I will say the very first time that I heard the actual John Kerry audio,
You were a little disappointed that he didn't say it.
Exactly.
I was very disappointed.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't even do that, but he does do
I was
it.
like, no, he
Yes,
can't.
he did. Listen to this. I shot it out across that chasm.
All right, let's actually hear him.
Here we go.
Let's hear
Here we go.
We shouted out across that chasm.
Hold on.
Israel high, Israel lives.
Look at this guy. Let's just overdub that bite with you, since
All right.
could
Listen.
change our history.
This will be
Michelle.
only
Okay,
him.
all right.
Only him.
Sure.
We shouted out across that chasm. Israel high, Israel lives.
I exaggerated ever so slightly.
So awesome. So awesome.
Whatever. I like it that way.
He
Keep
did
doing
the
it.
Israel thing.
He did do
that,
a little bit of that, yeah.
But that was it. Israel lives. Israel's great, or whatever. he said.
No, I prefer
Shouted out
in your
across
version
that
as well.
chasm.
Yeah, we give you permission to keep doing it.
Israel high,
Hi,
Israel lives.
Israel lives.
What a douche, John Kerry.
Stupid.
That he is.
When was that? Like
I don't
2000?
know.
Was that during the campaign?
I
of
don't know.
2004?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh my gosh, that must be the oldest clip we have.
What?
Oh, no.
2004? That's got to be.
No, we got
No.
some Al Gore
I
in
know
there,
which
right?
one we have that's older than that. It's Hillary saying, shouting at Bush, disagreeing with any administration. That was 03-ish, right? 02,
Oh, yeah.
03? Well, it was
Right.
after 9/11.
Right.
We got to have some Gore in there older than that, too, right?
Well, the Al Gore where he says he invented the internet.
Oh, yes.
Really old.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gore.
Let's see. Look
And
up.
we've got some Biden clips in there when he was actually, understandable.
Look up
Coherent.
Oh, that's true.
Some coherent.
keyword liar, Pat. I believe might find that one for you there.
Come on now. I got to have that. Oh, there it is.
Al Gore.
There it is. There it is.
During my service in the United
United
States
States.
Congress, I took the initiative in creating the internet.
And creating the internet. I think that was 1973.
That was a long
Do we have
time ago,
anything
yeah.
before
What?
1973?
I don't know.
He didn't say that in 73, did he?
But I thought it was.
Well, he's talking
Or
about
maybe
the internet.
it was 1973 when he
When he
invented the
invented
internet.
Yeah.
Maybe he said that after that. I don't know. But yeah, that's right. As I think about it now,
Yeah, there's a lot of clips that are
Yeah.
little clips, but ones that we use.
yes.
Ones that are actually
The
usable.
famous
Yeah.
ones, the good ones, those are pretty old.
the ones we just make up on the fly.
Let's see. We got this nice family photo that's making the rounds.
I love
this. This is great because you've got a family of mixed race, which is awesome, and the dad wearing a White Lives Matter
He's black.
T-shirt. He's black. The white mother is wearing a Black Lives Matter T-shirt, and the little boy, their son, wearing an All Lives Matter. How great is
Nice.
that?
Oh,
Nice.
so that little kid obviously is a racist then.
Yes.
Wearing the All Lives Matter shirt.
Yes, because
we know what you're saying. Speaking
lives
code.
matter until Black Lives Matter. Have we not learned that? I think we have.
Apparently they have.
We are in the process as a culture of learning that.
Then we got this other meme that's been going around a little bit. This is fun. It's from It's a Wonderful Life. Look, Daddy, teacher says every time a window smashes, Trump gets another vote.
That's so accurate too. That is
That's right. That's right, Zozo. A girl, what a boy.
You're working for Portland.
I'm pretty sure that clip is older than 73.
Are you working for Wheeler now? You say. Mayor Ted Wheeler in the Portland.
I mean, he will
That's a
not.
great meme.
That guy will not
meme.
downplay the vibe. I mean, he's moving. They've made him move.
Mm-hmm.
He's hiding out, and he still won't say a bad thing.
It's unbelievable. It's just like Lori Lightfoot in Chicago, who's got 147 police officers at times guarding her streets and her house, and she still won't condemn them.
Nope.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, you might be in the wrong job if you need that many police officers protecting you. You might want to step down at some point.
Yeah, you might have let your city get a little bit out of control if that's what you need to protect your house as mayor.
Yeah, some of the police unions and stuff. I mean, they're begging for the National Guard to come in and get that city under control.
And Trump is just itching to do it. Talks about it all the time.
I know.
But you know what happens if he does.
I know. I know.
He's
All
in
right.
a no-win.
Let me take 60 seconds and tell you about Keeps. If you notice your hair isn't looking as full or feeling as full as it used to, because mine's in the back, and so sometimes I'll just kind of run my hand through my hair there and I think, geez, that feels a little thin. And then I'll catch a shot of it from a camera that's behind me, and it's like, what the hell? What? Whose head is that?
I think the same thing when I see that shot of the back of your head.
Do you?
So, yeah.
Okay. So if you've noticed the same thing, maybe it's time to do something about it. Go to keeps.com. Keeps.com/Pat. The great thing about Keeps, they offer the generic versions of the only 2 FDA-approved hair loss products. And because of the generic versions, they save you 50%. And then we're going to give you a deal to take another 50% off that right from the beginning with your first order. Just answer a few questions online, snap a few pictures of your hair, and then a licensed doctor reviews all your information. They'll send you the right approved hair loss treatment for you. Go to keeps.com, KEEPS.com/Pat to get 50% off your first order of Keeps hair loss treatments. That's keeps.com/Pat, keeps.com/Pat.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Mayor or Governor Cuomo is still banning indoor dining at New York City restaurants. Here we are at Labor Day now. This started in March, right? So 6 months now? It's been 6 months for these poor restaurant owners, making $0. And I guess they did open it up for outdoor dining. So if you have an outdoor area, you can have 25% full.
Right. It's not even capacity.
I mean, I don't know how they're doing it. I really don't know how people are doing it.
Did you hear his quote about Trump yesterday? Where he said, if you come to New York, you'll need your own
an army. Mm-hmm.
What?
Well, there's a couple things to go with that. One, there were many people that responded to that saying, Governor, we'll be his army. Let us know when he shows up. We'll be there for him. Mm-hmm. And two, a fact check was done. Trump does have an army.
Is that right?
Yeah. It's amazing. He does have an army.
Commander-in-chief, one of the perks is that you have an army.
So it works out pretty well.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it works out really well.
Fact check.
Amazing. It's amazing what people get away with.
I don't understand that one at all.
I don't either. It's crazy because that could be perceived. If that was, of course, if it was the other way around, or if it was said about Obama when he was president, it would be considered a threat, and you'd be a racist, and you'd be a terrorist.
You'd be thrown into the dungeons, man.
Yeah. So anyway, businesses trying to survive, trying desperately to hang on in that area. Already 30% of restaurants have gone out of business for good in New Jersey. 30% of the restaurants in Jersey are gone.
And they're talking about...
and it might be hit 50% in the next couple of months, they said.
And there were other reports that were talking about nationwide, at least 40% gone.
I believe that.
Already, yeah.
I believe that because I don't know how you hang on this long. For the hair salons, because they can do outdoor business now.
You can't drive through a downtown without running into a barber's chair.
All the outdoor barber shops.
The barber chairs are just rode up along the sidewalk.
So many of them. You go downtown Dallas, and it's like that's all you see.
I'm tired of seeing
is outdoor barber shops.
I mean, they're kind of cool that you have them in your city and your urban centers, but then you see all this hair like tumbleweed.
I know it's gross.
Blowing across the street,
gross.
and you're like, all right, I got it. They're an outdoor barber shop.
Maybe we should cut back on the outdoor barber shops. I don't know.
What do you think?
Crazy. I've never seen one. But anyway, So people are starting to revolt a little bit. I mean, people are getting fed up.
And deservedly so. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. We've got to open
Yes.
this place. We can't shut down anymore. We just can't. We can't. People have to survive. People have to live.
Now, Cuomo is saying, okay, we could maybe open up the businesses to indoor dining if we can have 4,000 cops to monitor them. Oh, okay. Well, that's going to work out really well. You're going to get 4,000 cops, and you're going to check to make sure everybody's 6 feet apart at every restaurant that's open?
I feel as though the
Asinine.
population of South Dakota is about to burst at the seams.
Oh, that's for
You remember
sure.
they were advertising big time during Fox News' coverage of the Republican National Convention. Like every break was a South Dakota ad.
Oh, yeah.
Kristi Noem,
Yeah.
come to South Dakota. Okay, I bet a lot of people are seriously considering that if they haven't done so already.
Well, I mean, and look, DeSantis in Florida said he's not shutting down again. He said he hears people talk about shutting down the country again. He
can't.
shudders.
You cannot shut down again. You can't. And, Biden was talking about, I'll shut it down if I have to. I'll do what I have to.
Right.
Okay, well, you will kill the country if you do that. You will crush the economy. We'll be in a Great Depression.
Well, that was 2 weeks ago, Biden. See,
Yeah, that's true.
New Biden has
true.
changed his position on that.
Amazing. Absolutely astounding, really. And really, it shouldn't be because that's what they do.
Right.
Trump
Right.
should have gone with his gut. We're opening up Easter. Who's coming with us?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, he's already blamed now for every death that has happened. There's 186,000
It was
deaths
over 180,000. Yeah.
or so, and they're all his fault because
Every single one of them.
because he opened too soon.
He opened
Or-
too soon. He didn't act soon enough. He acted too soon.
And what
He
did you want him to do? I mean, Fauci wasn't telling him to close things down. He wasn't telling him that. On February 29th, he was telling him, well, yeah, we don't need to
not a
do
big deal here.
those kinds of things here in America. On February 29th.
Agreed, Anthony. Agreed.
Right.
And then you just stick
And
with
at that
line.
time, nobody thought. I mean, we talked about it. We're like, this is America. I'm not going to shut it down. They'll tell us to, we were already on our own personal lockdowns, right? Before that first, flatten the curve 15 days.
Yeah.
That first part of March, people were already backing off, going out.
Which is how it should have been.
Right.
Let us decide what we do and what we don't do.
Thank you.
And we were already social distancing.
All of it.
Yeah.
I mean, but if look, I got it. Wear a mask, wash your hands. But if, you want to walk around with
Poop all over your hands.
and without a mask, go
no
ahead.
mask.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Licking on doorknobs.
This is
and
what makes
things.
America great.
Yeah.
And you know that even if Trump had stuck with the Easter thing, there's no way he would have won anyhow because the CDC would have defied him and come up with these recommendations regardless.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't personally like Joe Biden thinks you have the power to, as president, lock down the entire country. He can't do that. And man, what a mess. Let's go back to February when we were making fun of China saying, ha ha, look at them over there locking down. Ha ha. We'll never do that.
They actually welded people into their house. I could see that happening.
I know.
See it happening. All right, here's a list of some things so that you know the risk involved in some of the things that are available for us to do now. Well, depending on what state you're in. For instance, scientists say these are the low-risk activities. These are the lowest risk things you can do. Open your mail. Get a restaurant takeout. So you drive to the restaurant, pick it up, take it home.
Or you get to know. I mean, we've had food delivered, and they set it in front of your door and step back 80 feet, and then wait till you get it.
Right?
They put your pizza on the ground.
Yeah.
Come get it.
Filling up your car, low risk. Playing tennis, low risk.
Oh.
Going camping. Well, I guess that depends on who you're camping with, right? These are the low moderate risks that we're taking. Food shopping. Going for a walk, run, or bike ride with other people. Playing golf. Staying at a hotel for 2 nights. Sitting in a doctor's waiting room. Now, I've done that a few times, and I thought, I have no idea where these people have been.
I know.
No idea.
I know. Most
where they've
doctors'
been.
offices have now set up their there are waiting rooms where you can't. No sitting in this chair. You can only sit in this chair, so it keeps people distance. And you can't even. I mean, if you walk in the door without a mask, they shoot you.
That's true.
I mean, they just drag you. They're shot, and somebody's at the front door.
Actually,
drags you out in front of the building and just lays
from
you
an
there.
Instant I had when I went for a checkup. Yeah.
And so, but still, you're in this area that's not very large.
But this is still low
with
moderate.
other humans that you don't know where they've been.
And they're sick because they're at the doctor, right?
This is still low moderate, though, right?
Yes. This is moderately low.
Moderately low.
Going to a library or museum.
Yeah. Oh, you can't drag me away from a library, man. I just...
Right?
Mask or no mask.
Right,
Jeffy?
thank you.
Eating at a restaurant outside, walking in a busy street, spending an hour at a playground. Okay, now we're getting into the moderate risk.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Having dinner at someone else's home, attending a barbecue, going to a beach. Now, going to a beach, if you are 6 feet away from the next people that are at the beach and you're outdoors in the wide open spaces, I wouldn't think that's very...
No, it's going to be the same as the park,
seem like a
right?
big risk.
You're at a park, you're socially distanced, you're
Seems
outside,
like it.
yeah.
Browsing at a big shopping center, sending kids to school or nursery. That seems like a lower risk activity, too, because the kids they're not getting infected.
Right.
Working a week in an office building, swimming in a public pool, visiting an elderly relative or friend. Now, these are moderate to high risk.
Here we go.
Going to the hairdresser or barbershop.
Nancy.
I've done that. I've gotten my hair cut.
Yeah.
Have you gone out to get your hair cut?
Yes.
Yeah, I have too.
I think once or twice since the lockdown.
Eating at a restaurant inside.
What's a haircut, guys?
Attending a wedding or funeral. I've done that too.
Ooh.
I attended a wedding.
Yeah.
And so did you. And so did you. Yeah. We were all at that wedding, and there were 1 million people there, and none of us got it. I guess, right? And I was concerned.
I was too. I was with you on
nervous
that.
about that.
I was too, because that was the first time that I had been any place that was like normal.
Yeah. Nobody wearing a mask and everybody jammed together.
Yeah, we were all together. It was in a chapel and then a dining hall, and it just felt
and nobody
like,
socially distanced. Everybody was hugging each other.
I was
It was like old times.
Really creeped out.
Don't forget there was that.
It was really normal. And
it was.
It felt weird.
There was that picture where we all had to stand
right
behind the chapel.
Right.
We're all next to each other. That was fun, right?
And so that was a moderately high risk.
Yes, it was.
I thought it was more than moderate.
I did too.
I did too. I was nervous.
I went home and hosed off for like 8 hours, man.
Just because you were with me?
Yes.
Huh.
Traveling by plane, playing basketball, playing football, hugging or shaking hands. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's obviously dangerous.
And I think all these probably apply to like just the seasonal flu.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Except that, COVID isn't the flu, right? I mean,
it's just worse, probably.
Right.
A little bit worse. Now, these are all high risk. Eating at a buffet. I can't imagine doing that right now because all the food's out there open. People have coughed on it. People have touched it. I wouldn't do that. And this is not a good time for Chuckarama or what's the other buffet place that everybody goes to or they advertise all the time?
Yeah, I know.
You know?
Yes.
Them. Yeah. Whoever they are.
I don't want to say their name because I'm going there. I don't want other people to go there.
Well, because they'll take all the food?
Yeah.
Working out at a gym, that does seem high risk to me. Going to an amusement park. Going to the cinema, which I'm going to do again tonight. Attending a large music concert. Going to a sports stadium. Attending a religious service with 500 people or more. And going to a bar are the most dangerous things you can do right now.
Huh. That's really just
interesting.
Huh.
Yeah,
that is interesting. And yet it feels like to me that those are all things that you should be able to make a decision on your own.
Yes. Wait, whoa! Yes. What are you, an American?
It feels like, you know what? I'm not going to do that, or I am going to do that, and I will take my personal chances.
Exactly, but it's your choice. It's not mandated by the government in
you.
any way, shape, or form. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? If we were all treated like adults, what would that be like? I can't even imagine it.
Right?
That's ridiculous. Can't let us make our own mind up. What if somebody does the wrong thing? Yeah. Oh, and you mess the whole thing up.
What are you, living in February?
Right? Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Carl Smith tweets, the Big Ten didn't actually vote not to play earlier. It's just that the mail-in ballots have been arriving late.
Well played.
Bronco Nagurski fan club. I can't wait to get stuck in a traffic jam 3,000 feet in the air. Yeah. I don't think you're going to have to worry about it.
No, you're not.
Pig Toes Sweet Pea tweets, Sky Car needs to be able to have at least 4 people in it and a grocery bag storage area.
Yes.
Us humans call that a trunk. Discarded giblet tissue. They called it a flying car because big-ass drone doesn't trend very well.
I don't know.
I disagree with that.
I was going to say, I'd use that hashtag.
Let's see. Tobin for Pope. Has anyone considered how many turtles could be saved if we cancel college football? No stadium lights to confuse them, and no straws from $10 sodas to go up their nose.
Right.
Turtles weren't so stupid, they would put straws in their noses. When I see a straw, I put it in my mouth. Straws don't belong there, but the turtles don't know why. So maybe they all deserve to die.
Classic, man. That is a classic. And by the way, if you think that they're giving straws out at these stadiums these days, you haven't been to a stadium in a while.
Mm-hmm.
There's no straws at stadiums anymore, man. There's your cup. Good luck. God bless.
Well, that's because 500 million straws a day.
Right.
A day now?
A day are thrown away and wind up in our lakes, rivers, oceans.
Right. In fact, there's a straw island just off the coast.
Right?
Is it twice
it's 84 times the size of Minnesota. Minnesota. Yeah.
Minnesota.
Yeah. Got this tweet from I Am Blessed. I like Pat's impression of Kerry better than Kerry's regular speaking voice.
Right?
Well, I know.
Exactly.
That's the point. That's the point. That's why I was disappointed with the real one.
I know. He's so nauseating. We were just telling you about some of the high-risk activities and some of the lower-risk activities.
Mm-hmm.
The Babylon Bee has also compiled a list.
Yeah.
And you should live by this.
Yeah, we can follow along at Pat Unleash, tweeting these out right
This
now.
is probably a better list than the one we just read you.
More comprehensive, I'd say.
Here's some unsafe activity. Here's an unsafe activity: worshiping in a small church.
Mm-hmm.
A safe activity would be rioting in a massive crowd.
Thank you.
An unsafe activity: hugging grandma.
Okay.
Safe: screaming at grandma outside a Trump rally.
Yeah.
Unsafe: a sporting event. Safe: a sporting event where athletes are kneeling in protest. Unsafe: shopping at a small business. Safe: looting a small business. Unsafe: licking doorknobs. Yeah. Safe, though: licking doorknobs to protest systemic racism or something. Walking through restaurants without a mask. Unsafe. Sitting at a table in the same restaurant without a mask.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
I know.
That's what they actually do. In fact, they never pay attention. Once you're inside the restaurant,
Right.
once you've gone from the door to the table with the mask, you can do anything you want at that point.
Yeah.
You can run around naked in there if you want. They don't care.
No, you can't, Jeffy. Please don't. It was a joke.
Whoa, I'm
First of all, who says I haven't?
Who among us?
You know what? I'm getting tired of having to download all these menus when you go to restaurants.
I think that's kind of cool.
Oh no!
With the little barcode there, and then you take a picture of it, and the menu comes up.
Menu pops
I
up,
like
yeah.
it. I don't want to touch your filthy menu right now. I don't want to.
That's where you wash
I don't
your
either.
hands.
I don't want to touch your filthy menu. I don't. I'm
Have
sorry.
you used that line before?
Sticky, filthy, nasty menu. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's always bothered me, not just in the COVID era. But because, they don't, sometimes they're filled with food.
What kind of restaurants are you going to, man?
Crappy ones, apparently, where they don't clean their menus. Let's see. Unsafe activity: getting hair done if you're a filthy peasant.
Yeah.
Safe, though, getting your hair done if you're Nancy Pelosi, of course.
Thank you.
Hanging out on a Florida beach alone is unsafe. Being locked inside a New York nursing home is safe. Unsafe going to a funeral. safe going to a cemetery to harvest mail-in votes. That's safe.
That's good.
Going outside and enjoying life is unsafe. Staying inside and slipping into a deep depression is safe.
That's safe.
Of course, this one is really unsafe. Taking hydroxychloroquine.
I mean, you can't even say hydroxychloroquine. I would say, I think that's a good thing. Can you give me some hydroxychloroquine?
Should we dump this in case people are hearing this out of context?
I know.
But what is safe is letting Bill Gates inject you with the mark of the beast.
Right. I mean, look, they're talking about the vaccine now, the 1st of November, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they're shooting, and they're
and are they ever pissed? The Trump haters are pissed that he's even said that.
And they're already laying the groundwork for, we've got to make America ready for the vaccine. They're just not ready. Okay.
Unsafe activity, going to a polling place to vote for Trump. Safe, though, going to a polling place to vote for Biden. That's perfect.
There it is.
There you have it. Now you know what you can and cannot do around here. All right. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Did I not send in the Trump mocking the way Biden wears his mask video?
I did not receive
Did I
anything
not send that?
No, you did. They just blew it off. Bastards.
You did, didn't you? You didn't care, you people.
Yeah, I was drinking heavily, and
people didn't care.
Completely swiped that one away when it came in. What about the gift? I mean, you got a gift right there. I don't know if you want to...
Oh, this one?
Yeah, right there. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
Phil Wilson.
It is the... this is the BYU National Championship ring from 1984.
How great is that? That is
very,
heavy
very
duty,
cool.
too.
Yeah.
Phil Wilson, thank you so much. And he didn't want Jeffy to be left out. I don't know if this is going to fit you, but this is the Missouri National Champion ring there. If you want to read what it says about you guys being 2015 social justice warrior champions.
Yeah, you can make fun of what you want. I do remember the Missouri social justice game in Kansas City against the BYU Cougars.
But you guys,
crappy game.
You like your rings there, guys?
I do.
I do.
Like
Thank you.
Okay, I like my
cool.
ring.
Yeah,
nice.
so thank you also, Phil. I like mine as well. That came in its own carrying case there. If you'll see, this is a display case with 5 national championship rings for the University of Nebraska. Thanks, Phil. Very, very nice.
And you got a nice case, too.
Isn't that nice? Yeah. I don't know which one I should wear. I mean, should I wear...
I'm actually a little pissed.
Yeah, are you? Yeah.
Me too.
I got a couple
Me
from
too.
the 70s. I got here
This seems to
3
be sort of
from the 90s.
I don't know, a dig.
A dig? This is
a bit of a dig. Just because we've got one. And how many does Missouri have? How many national championships?
You got? Well, you got the one.
I've got the
I
ring
like
right
0,
here.
right? It seems like it's 0, a big fat
No,
0.
you forgot
none.
the
We started
social
home.
justice.
We started
None.
homecoming. Shut up.
You
feel like-
started homecoming.
I'm Thanos right now.
Those are nice, though.
Yeah.
This is really cool, Phil.
Those look good.
Thank you so much. I love
that's cool.
these things, man.
Yeah. All right, 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. More in 60 seconds. First, let me tell you about Omega XL. This is something that can absolutely get you out of pain. If you tried, virtually everything and nothing really works, please try this. Give this a shot because it really works. Worked for me. I had this elbow pain that, man, it was tender in my elbow, and it just ran down my arm. I couldn't lift things with my left arm. Started taking Omega XL, and after about a week, they say about 2 weeks, but for me, it started working after the first week, and it shut off the inflammation, which stopped the pain. This is backed by 35 years of clinical research. These are just tiny little gel caps, really easy to take. They come from the pristine waters in New Zealand. Fantastic. You're going to love this stuff. And it's not a drug. It's all natural. It's not going to make you addicted to anything. And pain relievers and topical rubs might sometimes mask the problem, but they don't neutralize the inflammation, which is what you need. So, to get you started, order Omega XL right now, and you'll get a second bottle for free. Visit OmegaXL.com/Pat. Buy the first bottle, get the second one free. OmegaXL.com/Pat or call 800-844-4888.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
It's true, it is. Thank you for noticing. Did you guys read about the Antifa commander with the flamethrower?
Wait, what? No.
Yeah.
What happened? This sounds
Yes.
very promising, Pat.
This is
Yes,
promising.
it is promising.
He was they're in Kenosha, Wisconsin the other day. He and a group of badasses walking down the street.
The Antifians.
And his name, he goes by Commander Red.
Yeah.
So this is
And it's serious
an
business. Don't be
Antifa
laughing. This is
Antifa commander. There he is.
Yeah.
Right there.
Antifa.
Wow, I totally
he's-
missed this.
He's walking down the street with his flamethrower.
Okay.
And a police officer shows up.
Uh-huh.
Drives up right in front of him. Everybody scatters except him.
Because he's commander.
He's a commander,
Yeah.
right? And so because he's a commander, he falls down in the fetal position and starts crying. I love that story.
I do too.
I just love it.
That's pretty funny.
He's carrying stickers and a flag, and he thought he was really bad. And then the police officer shows up, and he's in a fetal position. He was stopped after being spotted with a whole bunch of white people with sticks, baseball bats, and helmets heading toward a BLM event in Green Bay. The others, of course, fled, and then Banta, his actual name is not Commander Red, it's Matthew Banta.
What?
23-year-old Matthew Banta stopped and dropped into the fetal position and began crying, the police report said. That's kind of sad, isn't it?
It is.
At the time of Saturday's arrest, he was out on $10,000 cash bond after being accused of pointing a loaded gun at a police officer, as well as biting and kicking a cop at a protest earlier this month.
Wow, he's lucky that he just had the punishment of curling up in a fetal position.
Right?
Because something a little different happened to a protester. He threw something at the cops, and they didn't take too kindly to it. We have the play-by-play, actually.
Today's winner of society goes to this fool who thinks he's playing football. Throws it to the 20-yard line, walks away like thinking he's Denzel Washington walking away from a slow explosion. But that didn't do crap. Only thing that did was piss these guys off because now you're causing a problem. And this isn't a peaceful protest anymore when you start doing stupid like this. Into your cranium. And you can hear screams in the background like, oh my God, you hurt him. What are you doing? Look, peaceful protest, cool. You come out starting some violence, you get what you get. And right here, karma is served once again like cup of noodles. And this is definitely going to be a minor punishment.
Watch the other angle. Watch
When he
this.
gets home, when his mom
Oh, no.
Boom!
at his cranium.
Oh, right into that pole.
So don't throw stuff at cops. And
Just for throwing something?
Yeah. Don't be throwing stuff at
just
cops.
for throwing something. Yeah.
Here we
Seems
go.
a little harsh.
Yes.
We got,
Does it?
We got attorney
Seems a
Jeff
little harsh.
Fisher here stepping up to the podium.
What he threw didn't even hit anyone.
Here we are. I love it. Here we are.
Landed in the street.
Here we are. Keep going.
Seriously?
Agonizing.
Is that where you're going with this? Is that where you're
I
going?
just know what I saw, Pat.
Okay. All right.
Just know what I saw.
All right. 888-900-3393. Pro Football Hall of Fame's selection committee is tasked each year with selecting a Hall of Fame class, obviously. But how do all of those names first appear on the radar for these guys? Well, they're nominated by somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And
apparently we can, huh?
Apparently, Vermont retiree Bob Burkett has officially nominated now Colin Kaepernick for induction into the Hall of Fame.
Has he been out of the league long enough?
5 years?
Is it 5 years now? It might. Well, I think
the
it's
minimum
4.
has to be 4.
Yeah.
I mean, it has to be. I'm sorry, it has to be 5.
It does have to be.
Yeah, it
5.
has to be 5. So
I'm
how
not
many
sure if
has
it
he been out?
I think he's been out since 2016, but I'm not
Right.
positive on that. It may not be time yet. But that's the only thing getting in the way, right? Because we're going to nominate him on his efforts to raise awareness
And those
of police
rules were
brutality.
set.
Wait, I'm sorry. We're going to nominate him based on what?
Based on his efforts to raise awareness of police brutality.
And the rules to get into the Hall of Fame are based on
performance on the football field.
No, they're based on, I mean, this whole 5-year thing, that's nothing but white privilege.
Yeah, okay.
So,
is it?
Yeah, that needs, that
so
needs to change.
That needs to go away.
Yeah, done with that.
All right.
Put him in.
The very first line under how are the new enshrinees selected? Any individual can make a nomination with a letter. I didn't know that.
Wow.
Did you know that?
No.
Any fan may nominate any player, coach, or contributor. who's been connected with pro football simply by writing to the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
I like it.
I didn't know that.
I'm going to get on that.
The only restriction is that a player and coach must have been retired at least 5 years before they could be considered. Huh. So you could nominate
Tony Graziani.
Who? What?
Famous Atlanta Falcons quarterback from 20 years ago, rode the pine. Do you think that it's a good question that Rob down the hall asks, who's going to get in the Hall of Fame first? Is it going to be Colin Kaepernick or Foreigner?
Probably Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah. Sadly, that's probably true.
Based on his efforts to raise awareness.
That's right. I forgot about those.
Of police brutality.
Sure.
Nothing he did on the football field, that's for dang sure.
And it's as long as they were affiliated with the NFL, right?
Yes.
That was the deal. It doesn't matter as long as you were part
Affiliated.
of the NFL.
So if you watch the NFL, could you be in the NFL Hall of Fame?
I'm nominating my son, I'll tell you that, in a couple of 5 years.
He played. He played for the New England Patriots.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a star.
He practiced with the New England. I mean, played is a little bit strong, but he did practice with the New England Patriots.
I have photos of him actually
He actually rode a stationary bike on the sideline of the practice field for the New England Patriots.
Right.
No, he participated as well.
He didn't make it to a preseason game either,
No.
did he? No.
I don't like the way you say that, but no.
Oh boy!
I say it with with truth on my side, and you don't like that. I know.
I want you to nominate
Bog
him.
me down with facts.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Seriously, nominate him.
Too.
Nominate him, and then
That was
post
Just go right in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Post the
It's been
letter.
5 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been 5.
I don't know.
Sure, it has.
Yeah, it has.
It's totally
Sure it
been
has.
5 years.
We'll see.
All right. Look into it because we need to nominate him for that.
I mean, his hope rides on your shoulders.
If
so.
Colin Kaepernick goes in,
yes, thank you.
Elvis Fisher goes in.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
I mean,
We're
that is
nominating.
for sure.
If Colin Kaepernick goes in, everyone that's even been within 10 miles of an NFL stadium goes in.
Yeah.
Yes.
No kidding.
Yes. All right.
Speaking of which, we got some NFL picks coming up,
Yes,
right?
we do.
Yeah.
We're going to do our over-under picks, as we do every year at this
Every
time.
year.
Coming up in just a few minutes.
Stu,
will be joining us.
Oh, that's right.
make some room.
Also, you know what? There's a big fat movie. A movie that cost $200 million to make that debuts everywhere this weekend. Tenet.
Oh, yeah.
Actually looks pretty
you
good.
Want to see it?
Yeah, everybody's wondering how that's, how much will it make this week? Like $1.95?
Pat Gray.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
Yes. And it's Labor Day weekend.
Right.
Got a 3-day weekend coming up.
Got the Kentucky Derby this weekend.
Yeah?
Nothing says Labor Day like the Kentucky Derby.
Right?
Right. It's a weird year.
Yeah, everything's all out of kilter.
I guess they already did. Was it Belmont
Yeah,
Stakes?
they did the Belmont already.
Yeah.
They shortened it up. They lowered the purse, but
Why did they shorten it? Were
Tis
the
the
horses going to get COVID
yes, they
somewhere
don't
along
want
the
to
track?
kick up too much dust.
Who won that anyway?
Tis the law.
Tis the law.
And Tis the Law is running in the Kentucky Derby.
Okay.
So there's an opportunity.
Is Tis the Law favored?
I guess, yeah. I mean,
So we could have another triple.
it's possible. Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Triple champion or triple
Look who
crown.
just
Triple crown.
showed up
crown,
here.
yeah.
Triple crown. Oh,
And
look at that. Stu showed up for the over-under thing. Finally.
just come on in. Just sit
Come on
over
in.
there.
Yeah,
It's
just
just
sit
we're
down.
waiting for you. We're just
sit
talking
down.
horse racing to kill the time.
Yeah.
That's what we always do.
I didn't realize I was late. I apologize.
Also,
yeah, no, it's only
we-
the show starts the same time every day.
pretty much. Also, we were talking about Tenet, which opens today. It's a $200 million movie, and it's probably
It's gonna make what, $3-4
not
this
much.
weekend?
I mean, they're trying to figure out what a hit is in this environment.
10, 15 million maybe.
That's what some of them have said.
Yeah.
15 to
Yeah.
25 million.
Yeah, because they were happy with 6 and 7 million in the last couple of weeks. So
In the first couple of weeks, they were happy with 100,000 because they weren't getting that.
This is the first big movie, though.
First
this is gonna,
really big one, yeah.
If this does 15 million, that's a disappointment.
Are you going?
In a big way.
You going to it?
I was thinking about it. I mean, I don't think I'm going to like it.
Really?
Frankly. Yeah. Like
Why?
I don't know. I think it's just going to
Not
be
a Stu
confusing.
movie.
It's going to be confusing nonsense. I think with really cool effects.
I
Like
got
Inception.
nothing.
I didn't love Inception.
I didn't love it either.
That's what I feel like it's
Yeah.
going to be. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, is it going forwards or backwards? Like, I don't know where I am in the time scale. Let's just confuse everyone, and then they'll be embarrassed to say that they're confused, so they'll just say it's good. That's the thing.
That'll be the review. That'll be the review. Yeah.
Everyone will be like, I don't want to give away the ending, but with the amazing things that happen in that thing were wow. And then people
I realized I was in such deep thought halfway through the movie.
The other thing that's happening today is Mulan comes out on Disney Plus, which is kind of cool. The live action Mulan. So I guess you pay $30 for it, and you can rent that for a night. $30 for a rental, which is actually pretty cheap if you're going to have the whole family watch. It's a lot cheaper than it would be at the movie theater. But so you got a couple of entertainment choices this weekend, and then of course there's college football that debuts. We've got the NFL just around the corner now, and today we're doing our over/under picks.
Yes.
And so Stu has joined us. Yeah. Along with Jeffy and Keith, and you have the names that we're going to draw.
I do.
To figure out who goes first?
Yeah, I'm going to let Stu just blindly reach into this hat here and just grab a name there. Ooh. Well, of course. Stu will pick first.
Stu. Yay.
Who picks second?
Go ahead.
Better pick me.
Yeah, I don't want to reach my hand.
Pat.
Pat will pick second.
Okay.
And this is the snake
draft.
Yeah, the snake draft.
Oh, gosh.
Jeffy's third.
And I'm last.
Leaves Keith
All
last.
Right.
Want to put the names up?
Yep.
What's good is we do this, and then the person who loses
buys us
lunch, right? That's the way it happens.
Which, how was that lunch from Keith last year? Man, remember that lunch?
I can still taste it.
I don't remember it, though.
No, I don't either.
Wait, all the restaurants, they're still closed, right, guys?
No, they're not in Texas.
They're all closed down.
This is not New York City. So, yeah, there's plenty of restaurants open.
Really? I hadn't gotten the news release on that one.
You can eat inside these places now.
And during the entire time, I mean, there were restaurants that you could actually get food takeout.
Right. Yes.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
So, and since this all happened, I don't know, before the COVID situation.
Thank you.
This could have happened a long time ago. All right. So, we start with Stu on the over-under for 2020.
All right. Look, I went with this pick last year. It was controversial at the time. It proved to be exactly correct, just like all of my other predictions. But this one, I'm going to go back to the well with this one again, and I'm a little nervous because the number's a little lower than last year. But I'm going to go Cleveland Browns under 8.5. They've got talent, but they do not seem to be anywhere near putting it together. And I'm just not a Baker Mayfield guy long term.
I love Baker Mayfield.
I mean, not as a guy, but I mean, just as a quarterback, I don't know. I don't think he's the solution. So I'll go Cleveland Browns under 8.5.
Okay, I'm going to start with Tampa Bay. Okay. And I'm going to take Tampa Bay over 8.5.
Oh, you're taking my Bucks?
Yeah, I'm taking your Bucks because I believe in Tom Brady, and I'm hoping he's going to prove Bill Belichick was a douche for letting him go. Plus, everybody's lining up to join Tom.
I know they all want to be there.
Yeah,
I know. That's why I was going to go with my.
And they just got Leonard Fournette.
Buccaneers, man.
Just got Leonard Fournette. They got a lot of talent on that team.
Game changer, Leonard Fournette.
Over.
Ticking me off.
Jeffy?
Well, we might as well stay in Florida then and go with Miami. 6.5 under. No way they win 6.5 games.
Jeffy's analysis is always so thorough on these things. No way they do it. Well, that's great. That's an interesting piece of information.
I have done an extensive, depth scan of all the records.
Yeah,
I will say this year has been a challenge for research. This could be the one. This could be the one where Jeffy wins because
all I care about is not losing.
Okay.
Because then I get a free lunch that I never get.
Yeah, well,
you still owe this to us, Keith, right?
I do.
Yeah, I mean, like this, we're not going to let Keith off the hook.
No, we are.
It's COVID,
there's
man.
not a chance we let him off the hook.
You know?
That is not happening.
Keith is going with.
The LA Chargers last year, they lost 9 games by 8 points or less. So I think this 7.5. I think they're going to do better than that. I think they're a better team.
8.5.
Are they?
Yeah, they're at 8.5. So are you going
Chargers are 7.5?
Oh, the Chargers. Okay. All right.
So I'm going to go over 7.5 for the Chargers for my first pick. My second pick, let's see. I'm going to go with Cincinnati is 5.5. I'm going to go over. I think Joe Burrow, I think second year with the new offense, I think they're going to be okay. 5.5 over for Cincinnati. Yep.
All righty.
Jeffy?
Stu. Oh, yeah, Jeffy. That's right.
Oh, because it was the snake thing.
Yes.
We got to go with. I got to go with my man John Gruden and the Raiders. 7.5. He's got to win more games than that. Well, man.
That's pretty good analysis. He's got to do it.
He's got to do it.
He has to.
It's a lot like his first analysis on his first
pick. He's got to do it. He has to.
And don't forget that
required to do
I
that.
told you. I've studied this.
There's now the Las Vegas Raiders. Don't
yes.
forget.
Yeah.
Pat Gray.
Nice.
Second round pick.
All right. New England Patriots 9.5. I'm going to go under on that. I don't think they win 9.5.
So you're a Brady is more important than Belichick guy?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He most definitely is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to question. Okay, I am going to look at the Washington Redskins.
Yeah.
And the Washington Redskins at 5.5 wins. I'm going to go under. Under 5.5.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good division this year, hopefully. Where the Eagles should be pretty good. The Cowboys, unfortunately, will be pretty good, and I think the Giants are going to improve. So it's a tough division for the Redskins. They've announced they're going to put Haskins in at quarterback, which is, again, like I'd rather play Alex Smith if I wanted to win games. So under 5.5 for the Washington Redskins, and I also take
Haskins is going to play instead of Alex, even though he's available now.
They announced it
Did
yesterday.
they really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Which is it's questionable. I think if Alex Smith actually was healthy enough to play, I think you have to play him, right? Mm-hmm. And I will also go with the Buffalo Bills under 9.5, which again they made the playoffs last year. That's a big number for the Buffalo Bills, though. They do have a really good defense. And you got to factor in that the Dolphins aren't that great, the Jets aren't that great, and the Patriots could fall off, which I think is why their number is so high. But 9.5, I mean, not a lot of years the Buffalo Bills are winning 10 games. Still have a lot to prove. I don't know that Jared Allen is an elite quarterback yet. So there you go. Under 9.5 for Buffalo.
Okay, that's comes to me now. I'm going to take the New Orleans Saints over 10.5.
I thought about that too. I think that's a good.
I don't know. Drew Brees is going to be.
I think
playing
they win
on his knees.
at least 11.
He's going to be playing on his knees. It's going to be tough for them to win.
Yeah.
Now, did you do that because you wanted to honor Jacob Blake? Because I know the Saints are very, very in tune with feeling really bad for that rapist. So I'm wondering if
that's true.
Okay, good. Jeffy, what team's got to do something here?
The Chiefs got to win more than 11-5. Or 11
wow.
Chiefs got to win
That's
more
bold.
than 11-5. They have to.
I mean, look, they're a good team. They're well coached. Why am I filling in Jeffy's analysis? I don't know, but they've got to win.
They got to win. I already told you.
That's true.
I know that's the analysis.
I think they could be a 12-game winner.
I
Maybe 13.
think to pay for Mahomes' contract, they have to win 18.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, they have to.
Boy, I hate picking back-to-back when I have 0 here. Arizona's a very talented team. Although it's a tough division, I still think Arizona is going to win more than 7.5.
Okay.
They're going to boycott the first game. You're already
is that
down. Right? That's what they wanted to do. I don't know that they're actually going to do it.
Boy, they make it more and
if
more
they
difficult.
boycott, they forfeit. As far
right,
as
they
I'm
have
concerned.
to.
Okay, you boycott, you forfeit.
That's what should have happened with
what should have happened with
the Milwaukee
Bucks.
Orlando game. Yeah.
Yes,
and instead Milwaukee's decided to boycott their second round series and just keep losing, which is a different way of doing it. They're playing the games. They're just acting like they're boycotting the games.
Mm-hmm. Which good for them.
Yeah,
good for them. I hope they get knocked out of the playoffs. That'd be great.
Yeah,
I could save this for a challenge, but I've got another one to challenge there. I think Miami is going to be a pretty good team this year, so I'm going to go over 6.5.
And who are they playing at quarterback? Fitzpatrick?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Stu, come on.
Oh yeah, well the quarterback doesn't matter. This is good at football analysis.
No.
People come to us for this.
No, they got to do it.
Oh, they got to do it.
Thank you.
Okay,
Don't be
I was not
don't
aware.
be digging into my.
They gotta do it.
Did you read my analysis sheets?
Now, there's two forms of Jeffy analysis, if I understand this right. There's you got to do it, and there's no way they can do it. So which one will this be here?
This is so mine's they got to do it. I stole from you
because they're both incredibly in depth.
Yeah, right.
Both of them, and you can't really challenge them.
I understand. Pro Football Focus. You have these like high level advanced statistics. That's kind of what Jeffy offers here,
right?
And he doesn't want to boil it. He doesn't want to like bore you with every single detail. He just skips to the end analysis. You gotta, or they can't.
And what about? I really want.
I really want.
Like I really want the Cowboys to win more than 10.5.
Are they?
Is that what you're saying then?
But I don't know that they will. Right? They probably win.
I don't
10
know. They're going to be
games.
pretty good this year.
So you're thinking under?
I know.
What is that? What does that mean? That's not analysis. You just said both sides of the equation. And
I really want. What does it mean? I want them to win more.
But you don't think they will. So your pick is under.
I think that they're probably going to win 10 games. So
So
we'll go under.
Okay.
Under
Cowboys
10.5.
under 10.5.
Which I hope they don't. I hope I'm wrong on that. I know you don't want it. I know that hurts you, Stu, but sorry.
No, it does, because you're usually wrong, so they'll probably win 14.
Are you avoiding the Eagles the way I avoid the Falcons on these things? Are you going to make a bold prediction about your Eagles?
Well, it's not his turn yet, so
I know.
you'll have to wait and see.
I want to preview my draft
have to wait
pick
and
for
see.
Keith.
All right, I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers. They're at 9.5. I'm going to go Green Bay Packers under 9.5.
Yes.
Wow.
Under 9.5.
I should have done that one.
The Pack is not back. The Pack is packed up and left town. What a terrible draft they had.
Really?
Yeah. And then they're...
oh, that's right. They picked the quarterback, right? Didn't they pick the quarterback?
Yeah, they picked
oh, God.
Love.
That doesn't make any sense.
And it didn't make any sense at all. Instead of getting some receivers for him, for Aaron... Rodgers, they get another quarterback. I mean, Jordan Love, come on now. And the reports out of the training camp is that he's not exactly setting the world on fire right now. And I don't think he's going to.
I don't think so either.
I've just never been that impressed with him. He played at Utah State and he was okay 1 year. I mean, really? And then you pick him in the first round? Plus, the only free agent they got this year opted out of the season. Bye-bye. So really? He's not going to play. He opted out because of COVID-19.
I wish I followed them more closely. This sounds like a great pick.
It does. It does.
And I'll give you one more little fact. I just saw somebody's analysis on Green Bay, and they had done 10,000 simulations of the season, and Green Bay averaged 8.1 wins.
Ooh,
in
that's
10,000.
less than 9.5.
That's less than 9.5.
I mean, I'm not good at math, as you know.
And that
but
just
I think
backed up my already convinced thought.
I didn't do
that
10,000 in my analysis, but I did probably, 1,000 in my analysis. Yeah.
Did you?
And
what was the average?
7.9.
7.9.
Yeah, 7.9.
Okay, well,
7.9.
either way, it should be under 9.5. Am I right?
That's correct.
That's correct.
I will say, I'm surprised. That's by far the best piece of analysis of this entire segment, and he waited for the fourth round to do it. What are you doing?
I'm really bummed that Pat picked my Bucks.
Because it kind of hurts me to pick against Green Bay.
It hurts you to do.
Yes.
All right. I mean, Pat's. I love the New Orleans over pick. I mean,
do too. I love all his picks.
Yeah. Tampa Bay. I thought about Tampa Bay as a challenge because I think they don't have a lot of depth. There's a chance it falls apart, but Brady, I can't go against him. So I'm going to go Philadelphia under 9.5. Every player on their team is already hurt.
I know.
The season has not started yet.
Are they got a lot of injuries?
I'm doing the same thing as Pat here, as I'm going against my team. Now I have a little bit of this, as I like to hedge my life, in that like if they suck, at least I'll have this.
Right. Right. And then if they don't suck, then you're fine
who
with
cares?
that too.
I don't care.
Right.
But I mean, I will say, this team was absolutely devastated with injuries last year. They brought in a bunch of new guys, got younger, and now they're absolutely devastated with injuries already this year. It's incredible. I don't know what the hell is happening. So I will go Philadelphia under. And then for my challenge, I am going to go. I'm going to go Arizona under 7.5, which is risky. However, that is a tough division.
Yeah.
I mean, they just have a really difficult schedule. I think they could. I don't feel super passionately about it, honestly, but I thought about going Tampa under. But I think I'll go with.
You're challenging me.
I'll go against Keith. Arizona under 7.5 in a very difficult division.
Okay, my challenge is going to be. I'm going to challenge your Cleveland prediction. I'm going to take Cleveland over 8.5. I think Baker Mayfield shines this year. I think this is the year
This
he
is the
comes
year.
through. Yeah. What is this, year 3, I think,
Year
for him?
3. I mean, it would
3.
make sense. It would make sense. They've got really good.
I think it's his breakout year.
They got tons of talent.
And they still have, what's his face?
They have Odell Beckham. They got Nick Chubb, who's been great. Kareem Hunt, in case you need to have some.
In case you need a sexual harassment running
someone
back
you
on
need
the
someone
team.
to be kicked in a hotel. You got Kareem Hunt.
It works.
No, it's not a crazy pick. I just feel like they're one of those teams. They were the trendy pick last year.
Yeah.
And I think there's that overwhelming.
I think it went to their
feeling
head a little bit last year, and maybe they've adjusted. I hope this year. We'll see.
All right,
Jeffy.
I got to challenge. I think Pat's New Orleans because Drew Brees is playing on his knees, so they're.
It's true. If
they're going to be under.
So and they have it would be Jameis without Brees.
But if Brees goes down,
No,
then
it'd
your
be Taysom
boy,
Hill.
Taysom Hill.
I think they
Taysom
did
Hill.
announce it is going to be Jameis.
They announced it? Did they
I don't know. He loves Taysom though.
He does,
Who's
but I
their
think for their backup, I mean, Jameis Winston did throw for 5,000 yards last year.
I know, but they announced early on he's going to be the backup this year.
Now
he earned it, and then they got
to,
Jameis, and now they've gone back on that. That pisses me off.
I mean, I think their long-term plan is still probably Taysom, right? I don't know necessarily that Jameis is the long-term plan.
Sometime you're gonna have to play him before you make him the starter, though. I mean, when are you gonna play him and see if he can do the job? Would seem to be this year if you need him. Let's see if he can get it done.
That's
and
fair.
maybe after the first couple games of Drew on his knees, that's when you start playing him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to challenge Stu. He took Buffalo under 9.5. I think with New England, without Tom Brady, I think there's going to be a lot of wins in that division available. Is that good analysis?
Where is the microphone he's speaking? Am I missing?
It's right here.
Oh, you got. Oh, okay, nice. That's awesome.
Magic, right?
Like, I don't have the headphones on, so I can't hear.
Okay.
Wow, nice.
Over 9.5 for Buffalo is going to be my challenge there.
Okay.
I mean,
there it is.
Yeah, the division's
Ta-da!
not strong. So
no.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think
they got to do it.
There's a thought that they got to do it. There's another thought that they can't do it. They just can't. So I don't know which way I'm going.
So there
on
are
that.
two thoughts on that.
There's two thoughts. There's you got to do it,
and then they can't do it. Can't do it.
And I don't know, like,
which thought do you go with? Though?
Well, you go with I really want him to.
And then you got to factor in the really want him to. That's when it gets
that's
deep.
outside the box stuff right there.
That's when it gets deep and difficult. That's why Jeffy's here.
That's why Jeffy's here. That's exactly why he's here. All right, 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up. Got some tweets here, but stupid tweets. So I guess NFL Hall of Fame is just a huge participation trophy now. Well, if they let Kaepernick in, yeah. Publius tweets, if the Football Hall of Fame puts Pampernick in, I am done with the NFL.
Well, I would get ready to be done. And I think what's going to happen is that they're gonna not worry about the 5-year thing, and they're gonna give a whole new wing, right, a Black Lives Matter wing to the Hall of Fame, and Kaepernick and Pamper, whatever you want to call him, he'll be the head of that.
So you put him in. You put in the people who are social justice warriors now.
Guaranteed.
Is that what we're gonna do?
The social justice wing. Yeah,
it'd be interesting. Amy, what's her face tweets, I've never put my mask on to walk about the restaurant, so I think you're right. You probably could walk around naked in there. Probably. Keystone Pig, listening to Jeffy and Pat talk about college football teams reminds me when I was 7, arguing with my buddies about whose dad was tougher.
So whose dad is tougher? I'm just curious.
Both our dads are dead.
So thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah. Now you've really hurt us.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
My bad.
It's only been 23 years. It's still a little soon. Too soon.
Now. Okay.
Maynard tweets,
A
I
lot
think
longer than that for me.
Pat should do more of his Lou Holtz voice. He sounds like Sid the Sloth from Ice Age. The mental picture, though.
A little bit.
Lou Holtz is, the guy is, I love him. I love him to death, but geez.
It was a good call from one of the listeners, though. He has been 80 years old for, 30, 40 years.
He has.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Since the national championship in 1977.
Seriously, the ESPN or someone was replaying like great national championship games in history or whatever, and there was the 88 one or whatever. And sure enough, there he was on the sideline and looked just like he does today.
Exactly the same. It's weird. It's weird. So I'm not sure if he held up well, or if he just
little bit of
looked
work.
old way before his time.
A little bit of work done.
I think, yeah. What? You think so?
Work.
Come on.
You and the work thing.
I'm just saying it's possible.
Okay.
I'm just saying it's possible.
I got to draw the line at the Lara Trump work.
Oh, she's had a little work.
No, she has
As
not.
she has
had
to.
work.
Oh,
she
she's
has
a
not
couple of-
had
Oh,
work.
my
She's
God.
37 years old. She's not
Look at her. She was just
had
on.
work.
She was just on.
I did look at her. She didn't look anything like she's had work done.
There's some.
No. No.
Yeah, you were reading your live read earlier.
Yeah.
And she was on there, and Jeffy's going like this. Snipping around his face with scissors.
Does she look like she's had work done?
I don't think so.
Not one
she's had,
bit.
a couple. There's a
No,
couple.
I haven't-
There's
completely
There's a
natural.
couple needle punctures
No.
in there. Yes.
No.
Maybe not cuts. Maybe not cuts yet, but there's definitely needle.
No.
Yeah,
I need to see a picture of her a
100%.
long time ago, and then I'll get
100%.
back to you. Snip,
First of all, she's had a little work done. I don't know if it's cuts or I don't know if it's needle, but she's had some work done. Tell you that. Right now.
Gray. Pat Gray.
Triple 933 Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Got some tweets here. Verge D tweets, I don't watch football, but I really enjoy listening to y'all do your football discussions. Yeah, well, good. Thank you. David M. Zuber, today's in-depth football analysis regarding the have-tos and no ways of the NFL teams has brought me to a new level of happiness and stupidity. Thank you, gents.
You're welcome.
Newark is the new Rome. The whole football segment on Pat was rendered invalid the moment someone said Washington Redskins.
Oh, no.
That is not a team, and you are all racist.
Right?
Yeah, thank you. That's a good point.
All right, that
It's
is
a
a
really
good
good point.
point.
It is the Washington football team.
Yes,
Thank
it
you.
is. Yes.
Wow.
That's the official name.
And they announcers are going to fall all over themselves.
I mean, how stupid is that? Why would you do that? Why would you drop the name and not come up with something else and call it the Washington football team for an entire season?
Well,
come on.
Jeffy's got a good point. I bet he's about to make here. The new owner is going to get to pick.
That's
the name,
right. That's exactly what they're doing. Because Snyder, he fought forever that he wasn't going to name change, and then he bowed down. And I said, it's never enough. And it's proved. Then they started going after the team with the Me Too movement, and they tried to say, Snyder didn't have anything to do with it. It was all just the inner workings of the team. And now they're saying that he was involved with new allegations, and they've set up a separate investigation.
I hadn't heard that.
He's gone. Right, they want him gone.
You're right.
And he'll be gone. The new ownership team will pick the new team. There'll be a whole new Washington, and we're all going to be happy about it.
What if you call them the Washington Bullets? You just adopt the basketball team's old name that they dropped because it was too racist.
Right.
Wait a minute, bullets are racist?
Yeah,
what
yes.
race are bullets? That is bizarre. That's racist to say that bullets are racist. But do you remember that controversy in Washington?
Yes.
And that's why they switched to the Wizards.
Ooh, that's a scary nickname.
Yeah.
Oh, don't put a spell on me. Dumb.
The whole thing is just stupid.
Yes, it is.
And
It's
that's where it all started
ridiculous.
with the Washington Bullets.
Right. It did.
20 years ago. Yep.
Yeah. Has it been 20 years now? I bet it has. Yeah, because Michael Jordan bought into the team or something, or played on the team for a few minutes. I don't know. Remember he played with the Washington Wizards for, 20 minutes?
I think he did, yeah.
He did.
In 1997, they became the Wizards.
23 years already.
Time flies.
Yeah, it
When
does.
you're casting spells.
And don't forget, again, the Kentucky Derby is tomorrow.
And I'm excited.
College football starts tomorrow.
October 10th.
But the real game is on Monday, as everybody knows, Labor Day night. BYU Navy. That's the one everybody's waiting for. Everybody's waiting for it. And I know you are, so don't try to deny it. Don't try to deny it. I just wish we would have had the BYU Missouri game this year.
Oh, me too, my friend.
Because we had it.
Me too.
And we even had tickets to it.
Me
Thanks
too.
to Austin Riggs from the BYU football team. He was going to set us up there. And now it's all gone. It's all gone. Whole thing.
And the fans would have been pissed because the tickets from the players you sit with other family members. And I would have been wearing my Mizzou stuff. They would not have been happy.
No, I wouldn't have been happy either. I would have beat you senseless.
Taking up just one spot, too.
What, him?
Yeah, just taking up the one spot is probably what would have set them off as well.
What does that mean?
I think he did send 3 tickets, though, right? Did he mean for that to be 2 for Jeffy?
Yeah, it wasn't me. I said don't bother. And next thing you know, 3 tickets show up, and now we know why. But don't stare at me,
so we
Jeffy.
could spread out a little bit.
Get a man spread.
Uh-huh. Yeah, all right.
M-I-Z.
M-I-Z.
Have we talked about we haven't talked about the Minneapolis salon owner, have we? That the rioters set her business on fire.
Right.
All right, so it almost burned to the ground, but it was still standing. So the city declared it too dangerous to remain standing, so they came in and they bulldozed it. They knocked it down, tore it all down. And that cost them, they said, $200,000 to tear it down. So they sent that bill to the owner of the business.
No.
Is that unbelievable?
Well,
they burned her business down, the rioters. Mm-hmm. She gets stuck with the bill for $200,000 to raise the building to the ground.
Well, they all are. They're all fighting now their insurance companies, right, because of that. All right, so
Unbelievable.
all those businesses, their insurance covers $25,000 demolition. All right.
Okay.
The demolition companies are saying that they can't get rid of any of that stuff for under 180, 200,000, because they're saying because if it was burned down, then it's considered hazardous, and they got to remove it under hazardous conditions. They're charging more money, and they're trying to get even.
And the owners have to pay for that?
The owners are paying the difference. And some of the owners are like,
that's
we can't pay that.
Yeah, she doesn't. She said, I don't have it.
Yeah.
I don't have it.
Yeah. And the one guy talked about, well, after everything is said and done, paid the mortgage and have everything done, he's going to have he was making the argument that all he had left was, like 50 or 100,000, and there's no way that he can rebuild and reopen, so he's done. Have a nice day. And the others are saying, I can't even afford it.
That is unbelievable. First of all, you just lost your business because they burned it down. Looters and rioters burned it down. Secondly, now you're stuck with a bill which you don't have any money to pay for because you just lost your business.
Right.
And you lost it through no fault of your own. It was because of, in many cases, the inaction of the city to defend the property.
Correct. Which is what a lot of the businesses are saying. Hey, you need to cover this.
Yeah. Mr. Mayor or Ms. Mayor.
Yes.
This is your bill. Good luck, because I'm not paying it. I mean, this is unbelievable. It's just absolute. You talk about injustice. That's as unjust as it gets.
This is a society falling apart, is what it is.
Yeah. That's one of the biggest indications of it. I mean, this is just, it doesn't make any sense for these people. At least they've put up a GoFundMe page for her, and they've already raised $150,000 for her. But that's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
But it's. Hopefully, you shouldn't even have to worry about.
Right. Absolutely. So, actually, the Blaze did reach out to Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry's office, but, of course, didn't receive a reply.
Oh,
I'm sure they just got the message, and they'll be calling today.
Yeah, I'm sure he's right on that.
I'm sure they'll be right on that. All right, 888-900-3393. How much of the Bidens been compromised by the Chinese communist regime? You can find out in the bombshell documentary Riding the Dragon, exclusive to The Blaze, to Blaze TV. From the directors behind the explosive Clinton cash, there's a new revealing documentary showing how for decades the Biden family has used Joe Biden's public service to line their own pockets. But the alarming scandal is much deeper than a public official's corruption. Riding the Dragon reveals how and why the Chinese Communist Party gave Joe's son, private equity firm, a sweetheart deal worth in excess of $1 billion. Become a Blaze TV subscriber and watch the documentary in its entirety. Start your free trial today and get $20 off a 1-year subscription with the code DRAGON20. DRAGON20. You won't want to miss this.
No, and it really
Riding the Dragon.
It really picked up when he was vice president, right? I mean, that was, he had had a little bit of power as a senator for all those years, but once he became vice president, he had the juice then. Man.
Mm-hmm. And he enriched his entire family with it.
Yeah.
It's not just his son. It's his brother. It's his daughter. Everybody got in on the action. And they all got rich together. So, but don't forget Joe's a constitutionalist.
Lunchbox Joe, you mean?
Lunchbox Joe. And they don't mean that. They don't mean that as a compliment. I'm not joking. That's not a compliment.
Why is he taking a lunchbox?
joking.
Doesn't he eat at Katie's every day?
They closed 30 years ago? Yeah. Yeah, he does. Actually, he does.
Lunchbox Joe. Oh, dude.
Middle class, lunchbox, all of those, just working class person. And, he's been in the cash for a long time.
A long time. Right,
a long time.
Yeah.
Corruption like you can't believe.
I mean, the lunchbox he was carrying with him on the Amtrak train going back and forth every day were for donations.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. By the way, is Mike Tyson? Is he fighting again soon?
He was going to, right? We talked about him. He was training for fighting because it was going to be for.
Is that soon? Is that this weekend?
He said he wanted to fight again, and it was going to be for charity, and he was going to get in the ring and
that's supposed to be early September. You're right.
Speaking of sports. Everybody, it's me, heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Tyson.
Yeah, you don't want none of that. You still don't want none of Mike Tyson, man. Yeah, he
knock
will
his
too.
block off.
I'm gonna knock his block off. It's like I did in Rock'em Sock'em Robot.
Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face.
That's right. That's right.
He was going to fight. Who was it?
Oh, it's been delayed. It was supposed to be September 12th.
Okay.
It's been delayed.
All right, so it was going to be in a week from now.
Yeah. Nice.
And now when is it? Why did they delay it?
I don't know. I'm sure because COVID. I have no idea, though.
Both guys are in there. It's Jones. It's somebody Jones.
But it was for charity. They were going to make some money.
Bob Jones.
He needed to make some money. So.
Yeah. But they're both in their 50s now.
Roy Jones Jr.
Roy Jones.
November 28th.
November 28th. Okay. And where's it? Where are they fighting?
Pay-per-view and stuff?
They're moving it. It's going to be in California. Okay.
California.
Is Newsom okay with that? I mean, have we checked with Emperor Newsom?
Are they going to let fans in? They're not going to let fans in California, right?
No way.
They got to do that in Vegas. Come on.
Set to fight exhibition
right?
November 28th, California. The bout was originally supposed to be September 12th.
California, that's bizarre.
Doesn't say why it was delayed. But it will be on pay-per-view.
Somebody probably broke a hip.
They're both in their 50s. Both in their 50s. That's going to be...
Tyson will fight you with a broken hip, man.
Yeah, he would. Yes, he would.
Tyson will break your hip with a
You
punch.
just need wheelchair access to the ring. That's all I need. And then let me at him. Let me at that Roy Jones.
Here, hold my pigeon.
Hold my pigeon. Knock his block off.
All right. Also, in Canada, they're suggesting that you wear a mask during sex.
Good.
And skip the kissing.
Did you say good?
That's according to their top doctor. This is amazing.
I mean, when you pay for it, you don't want the kiss anyway.
Oh, golly.
Right? I mean, I'm just...
Do they even let you?
I don't know that that's what they're talking about. I don't know that they're talking about paying for it here.
Well, do they even have sex in Canada, though? I mean,
I don't know.
No,
Maybe
that's
not.
what they're talking about. That is not what they're talking about.
People should skip kissing and consider wearing a mask when having sex to reduce your chances of being exposed to the coronavirus, according to Canada's top doctor. Theresa Tam, Canada's chief medical officer, laid out the sexual ground rules during a statement that covered the best ways to keep yourself and your partner safe from COVID-19 while engaging.
And they've pushed this, and then Canada has talked about this before, but even in the U.S., they've talked a little bit about this, tried to promote this a little bit, especially if you're doing...
Here we go. Here we go.
Together
no, let
with
him talk,
people that you may not, say, live with.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to expound that?
Right.
We're not clear on where you're going with this.
Just saying, say if you swiped right and you met someone during these trying times of COVID.
Fauci talked about the hookup on Tinder, right? The
Right.
Tinder hookup was okay.
he was good with that. Yeah,
he was good with that.
And that's one of the first times they started spinning the wear a mask and be safe, and So I mean, it's a.
Here we go.
I guess it's a legitimate concern.
Is it? She advised to skip kissing, avoid face-to-face contact, and consider using a mask that covers the nose and mouth. I'm sorry, that's just ridiculous. You should also limit the use of alcohol or other substances so you and your partner are able to make safe decisions together.
Thank you. I mean, that's good advice anyway, right?
And then they say, she says the lowest risk sexual activity during COVID-19 involves yourself alone. Okay, well, this is a great. Wow. Oh my gosh.
Thoughts, Jeffy? No, you know what? No.
She said she added that your partner is at a higher risk for serious complications from the virus if they have an underlying medical condition. Yeah, I think we know that by now. By taking these precautions and staying conscious of the risk we assume, Canadians can find ways to enjoy physical intimacy while safeguarding the progress we've all made in containing COVID-19. See?
I don't know. It's still hockey season. They're not going to be distracted by sex right now.
See? Yeah. All right, let's go to Keith in Ohio. Hey, Keith.
Hi.
Hey, guys. Bingo.
All right.
What?
Okay, let's try that again. Keith in Ohio.
Bingo.
That's all you're
fine.
getting.
That's
all
fine.
You're getting. Yeah, it's
fine.
Friday.
All right, so where did your bingo occur, Keith?
It's the fourth column going down, starting with Lion Sack.
Okay.
And then Biden, come on, man.
Come on, man. Then we got
Mike Tyson impersonation.
Which just happened,
Okay.
yes. And?
Jeffy was so...
Pretty much a free square. And then...
And I could care less.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Come on, man.
All right. What do you want from the from shop.blazemedia.com/Pat?
I think the 1099 phrases it pays shirt.
All right, man.
Nice.
The
I love
big
it.
frog.
Have we gotten your information yet, or we need to put you on hold?
No, I need to be on hold.
Okay, we'll do that. Thanks a lot, Keith. Appreciate your listening.
Another
Thanks, guys.
item that
Thank
is
you.
available. I love this. I guess the marketing folks left this in here for us. It's making the apocalypse fun again, or fun since 2017
I
shirt.
love that. Yeah, that's
It's
nice.
really
I like
nice.
the color
I do
of
too.
that.
I like that. Like,
Color's great.
it's almost like a brown, almost like a maroon.
Maroonish.
But they didn't leave a note or anything like that, so I didn't know if it was for me or for you. And then I took a look at the tag, and it actually says 4XL.
Well, I think we know who that's for.
I didn't
then,
realize
don't
we had 4XL.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know who it's for then, if it's a 4XL.
Well, I think we do know. That's for Jeffy. That's obviously Jeffy's.
Oh, that would make total
Yeah,
sense.
doesn't it make sense?
Thank you. I appreciate
Now
it.
I get it.
It's actually, this is a great shirt. I was thinking that, shouldn't it be like making the apocalypse fun since, 1810, 1800? I know the show has been to, never mind.
Should we change it to 1818? Just
Yes,
because that's what,
1818.
Well,
yes.
thanks for
It's a cool
helping
shirt,
out
though.
with the thoughts ahead of
That
time.
is a cool
It's a
shirt.
cool shirt.
That actually might.
I might be able to squeeze into
You
this.
might be able to squeeze into it.
I seriously had no
I hope
idea.
I hope this is a fat guy 4X.
So we obviously have a lot of sizes over there that I was not aware of. So a lot of options if you're looking for gifts.
Geez, 4X. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, right, Jeffy?
Why don't you get back to us and let us know if it's too snug or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes they don't.
tell us.
Yeah.
Tell if it's fat guy 4X
Yeah, it's
or
fat
not.
guy 4X. Designer 4X is not good size.
Wait, designer 4X?
Yeah, the designers, they all like Ralph Lauren. He always, they have the extra large and the 2X. Yeah, no, not really.
Yeah, no.
No, those are
Usually it's the European guys who streamline those quite a bit.
Yeah, they're not fat guy sizes.
Ralph Lauren understands that Americans are fat.
A little bit. He's
he
not
understands
bad.
better.
He's a
'cause
little bit
an
closer.
American.
He's a little bit closer. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
So, yeah. So he gives fat guys a little bit
Yes,
more
he
room.
is. Just a tad more. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Did you see that John Boyega? You know who he is? The Star Wars character. He is. What's his name? Finn.
Mm-hmm.
Finn.
Yeah, Finn's his name. There he is. Right there. He's complaining that his Star Wars character was pushed to the side by Disney while Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley were given all the nuance. I mean,
wow.
First of all, he wasn't a good character to begin with. Was he?
Not really.
Didn't really dig his character anyway. But I thought he was in it a lot. He was in it just as much as Adam Driver.
That's
maybe
true.
more.
Yeah. Huh. And what's he saying?
He's criticizing Disney for initially positioning him as a main character only to push him aside in the later films.
Right.
You get yourself involved in projects and you're not necessarily going to like everything, he said. What I would say to Disney is do not bring out a black character, market them to be much more important in the franchise than they are, and then have them pushed to the side. It's not good. I'll say it straight up.
It couldn't have been that they said, your character is going to be strong. We're going to try to make this a strong character. And then as they got into the filming and making a movie, because he was in multiple movies, wasn't like they kicked the curb to him.
He was in the last 3.
So they realized, you know what, the character sucks.
Yeah.
And so we're going to, maybe we'll leave the character in, but it's not going to be that
we can't figure out really
prominent.
what to do with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, you ran your course. What are you going to do with him? It's bizarre.
Really bizarre. But also you saw where your Mandalorian's coming back now, too. They set the release date for
I did not see that.
Yeah.
What day?
It was sometime in October, I think.
Is it really?
End of October or something like that, for Mandalorian 2.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. The second season is coming in October.
I think it was October, right?
Let me check here. Hang on.
Huh.
I feel
you
like
watched
that was
it,
right.
didn't you?
I did, yeah. I enjoyed it. We talked about it, right?
I liked it.
The first was, I got, this isn't bad, into the middle of, okay, come on, let's go, to the end, which
and then
ended
the end
kind of okay, yeah.
Kind of picked it up a little bit.
That's about how I was. October 30th, it returns.
Good.
Okay. Day before Halloween. Huh.
So
which we won't be celebrating.
That's before the
way.
BYU Western Kentucky game. See, just so everybody has a reference frame of reference there. So
just thinking of that. Just thinking of that.
Yeah, I bet you were.
Yeah,
I bet you were, because I think a lot of people were.
We're not having Halloween.
Hey, isn't that the day
before
before the Western Kentucky game? Yes, it is.
I believe it's the day after the Falcons-Panthers game.
Oh, wow.
Which I knew
nobody cared about.
You knew about.
Nobody cared about.
Wait, what?
Nobody cared about. They were all thinking of the BYU Western.
No, I was
Kentucky.
playing.
You're both assuming that there's going to be football by the end of October.
There is.
Hey,
Stop it.
Turn his mic off, Dylan.
Stop it.
Those teams start getting a cough, man. It's over.
I can't
shut it down.
I can't take it. I'm going to slap you silly. I'm going to dog slap you in about half a second. All right, let's just go ahead and spin the wheel.
Wait, I don't have
Oh,
hang on.
Cancel, which isn't even in the room.
Yeah, no, it is in the room. It's right over here. Yeah, just spin it.
Oh, there it is. Just spin it right there.
Yeah.
It's not on camera.
Doesn't matter.
Well, we don't want. It's going to fail.
And there it is.
Oh, look at that. It actually worked.
2. Story number 2. University of California system can't use the SAC and ACT test for admissions. A judge has ruled. They've been canceled. University of California system can no longer use ACT and SAT tests after a determinant for admissions, as a determinant for admissions, handing a victory to students with disabilities. The test optional policy at UC campuses affords privileged non-disabled students a second look in admissions. At the same time, he said a second look would be denied to less privileged students and students with disabilities who are unable to access the tests. Therefore, the conclusion is to do away with the test altogether.
So, since some people can't
Some people can't do
them,
it twice?
So instead of making it so that those with disabilities can access it, they're just getting rid of it altogether. I don't understand this at all.
I don't either. How is it that somebody with a disability can't access the SAT test?
Can they not?
Oh, that coming from Mr. White Privilege. Of course.
I
Okay. Okay. How is it that somebody can't do it? I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
I had another story lined up, but I can't now.
You can't now.
I can't.
Are you that
I was just
disturbed?
You're too pissed.
I can't.
White
Are you
so
really?
face
so
over there?
angry right now.
That was
I can't
disappointing.
tell you.
I'm sorry.
I don't know how the handicap
my white privilege.
I don't know. Tell me.
Well, I mean, is there not a way we can figure out for handicapped people to be able to take the test?
I don't understand.
Is there not a way?
And I'm not.
I don't
Why don't we just build a ramp?
That's what I was going to say.
Let them in.
Why can't they put the testing site in a building with a ramp? And,
Yes!
And don't tell me not every building in California has a ramp already.
Take it online. I mean, there's got to be a way, right? I'm sorry. Is that just my white privilege? He's thrown his microphone away.
He's angry at you. Wow.
All right. Well, have a great weekend. Have a great Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, football.
We'll see you again Tuesday here on The Blaze.
Best of Monday.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.